Well, that was Drift Nirvana yesterday. It's a pretty good time, other than breaking right off of the rip. I mean, right off the rip. We went out, track was hot at 9. Go out, first couple cars in line. First gear, second gear, kapuya. And blew up driver's side axle shaft that I've been having issues with. Also trying a new mic thing, so I have my mic on my Canon camera, seeing how it sounds. I don't know if I'll try to use this video or take some footage and redo the talking head. I don't know. Who cares? But yeah, so February I broke the OEM axle shaft. It just shattered apart. I broke the cup that the balls go into and put a Rock Auto axle shaft in it, and that one broke, but it was kind of my fault. The old bolts, I actually have two laying on the ground here. The old bolts look like this, and they're E-Torx. Dang, I got exhaust all over my leg. They're E-Torx, and they have a serrated washer built into them. So the new axle came with regular Allen heads that did not have any serrated washers, no lock washers. The only thing I did was Loctite them, and they loosened up and broke a couple of the bolts out. So then I put an Amazon axle shaft in it. I street drove it for a couple weeks, and then I did some Hoonigan style stuff in it, nothing crazy, but as soon as we got out on track, first gear, second gear, bam, and I blew the cage apart that the ball bearings sit in. Luckily, just drove it off track, jacked it up, yanked it out of there. Donnie's wife brought his spare axles over to us. We met her at the gate on our bikes. Came back, put it back together, was on track at 11:20. Ran 5 runs before lunch, and then probably 30 in the afternoon, it felt like. The car had lion hearts on it, which I don't really like. The car, it was a 215 45. I need that for the bronze wheels that are on this. The 225s rub too much. The fenders just aren't pulled enough. I don't know if I could get them out far enough to run that wheel with that tire. But I just couldn't really get a hang of it, and I probably did 15 runs on those tires. And then they finally wore out. Put a set of 225s on these Lexus wheels, and I drove like I knew what I was doing. So that was cool. Probably got 5 laps on those. Put these on, got 5 laps out of these. I could probably street drive these for a couple weeks, but I'm probably just gonna do that and then swap them out. Maybe do a couple burnouts here and there. That way I'm not having to pay to discard a decent tire still. But there's no way I could go out and do another couple runs on them at the track. With Washington the way it is, and the run we were doing, I didn't do any of the hot lap stuff. I probably could at the end of the day, but I just wasn't about it. So the right outer tire wears a lot more because you do a pretty high speed entry, and it's a right hand sweeper. My speedo didn't work because I put a manual shaft back in it. The wheel speed sensor was spaced out for a automatic because they have a bigger ring. But yeah, it was a good time. Zach broke immediately as well. He was sideways, went off track in the grass. The grass is still pretty wet, and whenever rocked sideways, busted his oil pan, busted the power steering line. They JB welded that, got it fixed, back together, and he finished out the day. I don't think he drove until after lunch again, but it went all back together. So yeah, second event in the car, felt pretty good. Last event was DOD, which it was really cold. All my temps were pretty good. This event, temps were still good. Intake temps hit like 140. Coolant temp hit like 209. So the vents I installed are doing their job, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, not excited to unpack everything. This is loaded down with all my tools. The Suburban's got all my tires and all that, and I'm not excited to do that. But had a good time. Mom and Dad came down. I took Connor to the track. Mom hung out with him for most of the time, kept him occupied. We walked around, looked at cars in the paddock, and went over to Maine and watched some door-to-door racing on Maine, which was cool. Yeah, had a good time. Other than the axle shaft, I owe Donnie an axle shaft and a stub now. But shout out to good friends and having some good times. So yeah, car did pretty good. I mean, we were in line and I was looking at all the vitals, and I leaned over to Dad and I said, it's pretty crazy that I put this bottom end together with hopes and prayers on a Thursday night, and we got 60 psi oil pressure sitting here in grid. So that's pretty cool. I kind of want to pull it apart because I had input shaft issues before, and I've got probably 1,500 miles on this clutch now, and I want to see how the clutch to input shaft play is. I've got some, I think I should still have some videos of it before. It was just ever so slightly because the old clutch broke and wore down the input shaft. It's not any more noisy today than it was before the event, but it's something that's been on the back of my mind. So I'm going to probably try and get the garage cleaned out over the next few weeks and then get it up in there. And also want to see if I can pull the trans out of the car without pulling the engine. So I need to Dremel the adapter plate and go from there. So that's more of like a health checkup and make sure I can do what I think I can do. I am going to buy a special Allen head tool set that's real thin, because on the back side here it's really tight with all the Allen head bolts. So hopefully I use this video. I don't know what the audio is going to be like. I've got a really nice mic for the camera now. I usually use my DJI stuff, but I've been wanting to film some things like what I just did, moving the truck around, backing the car off, that kind of stuff, and just get an overall idea of what this mic sounds like 2 feet away or whatever. So hopefully I got myself in frame. I can't see the screen, but anyways, thanks for watching. I'm tired.